Hello and welcome back to our channel where we explore some of the most fascinating books and stories of all time. Today, we'll be summarizing Chapter 4 of the book Hidden Figures by Margot Lee Shetton. This chapter is titled Double V and sheds light on the struggles that the African American community faced during World War II. Let's dive in. Chapter 4 of Hidden Figures begins with the author detailing the conditions of African Americans. In the United States during the early 1940s. At that time, segregation was widespread, and African Americans faced discrimination in every aspect of their lives. However, when the United States entered World War II, things started to change. The government began to recruit African Americans into the military and the defense industry. This was a huge opportunity for the African American community as it provided them with a chance to prove their worth and contribute to their country's war effort. However, this also led to a clash between the government's policies and the segregation laws that were prevalent in society. The author highlights the Double V campaign that was launched during this period. The Double V stood for Victory Abroad and Victory at Home. It was a call to arms for African Americans to fight against racism and discrimination both in the United States and abroad. This campaign gained momentum, and many African Americans began to demand equal treatment and opportunities. The chapter also focuses on the experiences of some of the key figures in the book, including Dorothy Vaughan and Mary Jackson. Dorothy was working as a mathematics teacher when she was recruited by the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics, NACA, to work as a computer. Mary Jackson was working as a secretary when she was also recruited by NACA to work as a computer. However, despite their newfound opportunities, both women faced discrimination and segregation. For instance, they were not allowed to attend meetings or conferences, and they were forced to use separate facilities. The chapter ends on a hopeful note with the author detailing how the African American community continued to fight against discrimination and how their efforts eventually led to change. And that's the summary of Chapter 4 of Hidden Figures. We've seen how the African American community had to fight against discrimination and segregation, even when they were contributing to their country's war effort. We've also seen how the Double V campaign became a powerful movement that fought for victory both abroad and at home. Despite the challenges, the African American community continued to fight for their rights, which eventually led to change. Join us next time for more exciting book summaries.